Hey guys, what's going on? Abby here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the most difficult trait and ring combo of rewards that you can get in the Swamps of Corsus DLC. Seriously, this combination of events is so difficult to get all together in the same instance, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more gaming content, and let's get into it. First things first, here's the events that need to align in your adventure instance in order to get this done. First, you need to find this enemy type that's going to give you the parasite status effect. You can either find them in the dungeons or in the open world. We have found a few in open world, but it is more rare, I feel like. The dungeons that we found this enemy in are the Capillary Dungeon, the Hatchery Dungeon, and the Drowned Trench. You can also find them in the Strange Pass, but if you get Strange Pass, that also means you're going to get Margosh, which will take away one of the other vendors, so I don't think you'll get the right combination with that. So once you have the parasite guy, then you're going to want to go and look for the elf merchant. The elf merchant is going to be in the checkpoint shortcut area, so you can always look for that first as kind of an indicator to start looking for the other areas. The elf merchant is going to have a little hut, and she's going to be sitting outside. She's sleeping initially, and it's going to be near the big checkpoint stone towards the middle of the map. So once you have the parasite enemy, the elf merchant, the third thing you're going to have to find is the queen. Now the queen sits in her own dungeon. It's going to have that new entrance that's kind of like a mud mountain, I guess. The door that you go through there, you're going to find the queen, and that is the third thing you need in order to complete all the actions that you need to get the items, to get the potency trait and the ring. So once you have all three items, parasite, elf, and queen, you are going to go get that parasite status effect from that enemy. So go back into the dungeon where you found it or the open world, get the parasite. We did this after we already knew we had all three places ready to go in the same adventure instance. Once you get the parasite status effect, make sure you don't sit at any checkpoints. It'll persist through death, and it also persists through traveling through doors. But if you sit at a checkpoint, it will go away. You need this parasite status effect to talk to the queen. Once you get into the queen dungeon, you're going to approach her. Don't fight her, obviously, just talk to her. Go through the voice lines there. She's going to give you the Iskel vial, as you guys can see right there. After you get that, you're going to want to leave the queen because you do have parasite, so I wouldn't recommend trying to fight her right now. You have that vial. You're going to want to exit the queen dungeon and go back to the elf merchant. Once you get back to the elf merchant, you're going to need to crouch up to the side of her, being careful not to wake her, and interact with the bowl of soup or stew or whatever that is she's got cooking on the side there. We couldn't approach her right away, so we went to the checkpoint in the middle and tried again. That actually didn't work either, so we ended up running over to the closest dungeon and just tried to travel in and then travel back out to her, and that ended up working for us. So I guess try all of those methods and see what works for you guys, but just traveling to the closest dungeon and then back out worked for us. You don't need the parasite status effect anymore for this. You only need it to pick up the Iskel vial. So once you've talked to the queen, you can go ahead and rest at a checkpoint, no worries there. So once you travel back out, you'll notice that she is sleeping again. So you're going to need to crouch and go up to her little soup bowl. I tried it, but since I was in the other person's game, it was the other person's host, they actually had to go up and slip the Iskel vial in her soup. But you're just going to interact with that soup bowl. Once you interact with it and slip the vial in there, you're going to get the potency trait. So that's kind of step number one. To get that potency trait, you can drop all your trait points in there. The potency trait is consumable duration, which is really, really nice for those hour consumables. Then we're not done yet. The next step is to reset the instance once again. We went back to the checkpoint thinking that would do it, but it did not. So we had to go back to the dungeon door again, go through the dungeon door, and then back out of the dungeon door, just like we did previously. And then when you come back, you should see an enemy up in the hut there. The door is actually going to be open now, and you can go in, kill the enemy, and grab the purple drop in there, which is the Ring of the Unclean. We got the second drop from that event. And the Ring of the Unclean says unarmed melee attacks deal 2 times damage and heavy flops deal 4 times damage. And that is it. That's how you get the potency trait and the Ring of the Unclean. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.